Hello friends, today I am going to reveal some true facts about public speaking basics and 8 golden rules for successful public speaking. But first of all, I request you to please share and subscribe my channel for getting my informative, true fact videos uninterrupted. Now public speaking. Public speaking is the process of speaking to a group of people in a structured, deliberate manner intended to means persuade, inform and entertain. In public speaking, as in any form of communication, there are 5 basic elements often expressed as who is saying what, to whom, using what medium, with what effects. Public speaking can be a powerful tool to use for motivation, influence, persuasion, informing, translation, entertaining. Some surveys show that public speaking is the number 1 phobia. The fear of death is the number 7. It is important. Public speaking is number 1 phobia, but fear of death is number 7. Stage fright, that is glossophobia. Symptoms includes intense anxiety prior to or simply at the thought of having to verbally communicate with any group, avoidance of events which focus the group's attention on individual in attendance, physical distress, nausea or feeling of panic in such circumstances, spotlight, unpreparedness and inexperience. It affects public speaking. Overcoming fear of public speaking. Preparation, practice and presence is the main tool for overcoming fear of public speaking. Effective communication. Preparation. Research, format, outline main point, note cards vs full size paper. Effective communication practice. Practice makes perfect. Revision and get time right. Effective communication presence. Nervousness, body language, tone, gestures, eye contact, positive attitude. Sample speech outline. Introduction. Number 1, introduction, thesis, body, support arguments, conclusion, review. Things you should not do. Turn back on audience. You should not do. Turn back on audience. Slouch hands in pockets. No no nervous gestures. Talk too fast and talk too softly. These are things you shouldn't do. Things you should do. Eye contact, can glance at notes, appropriate gestures, rhetorical questions to involve audience. Cheat sheet, prepare cheat sheet. Writing your speech, delivering your speech, using visual aids in your speech, managing a stage fright when speaking. Writing your speech, number 1. These guidelines will help you organize your material and write a speech. Resist making a speech that you don't want to make. Organize your information in a simple pattern that the audience can easily recognize. Use various types of material, examples, stories, statistics, quotes to maintain audience interest. Use your introduction to set the audience expectations. Have a special conclusion ready that you can go right into if you run out of time. Never omit a conclusion. Anticipate the question will be asked and have answered ready. Practice out loud. Delivering your speech. Practice these tips to deliver a speech that owes your audience. Try to establish eye contact with your entire audience. Vary the rate. pitch and volume of your voice as well as its tone. Use your hands to gesture instead of keeping them elapsed in front of your crotch. Look at the audience more than in your notes. Don't pace back and forth, jingle change in your pocket, or play with your hair. Stand behind a podium if it makes you feel more comfortable. It is important. Stand behind a podium if it makes you feel more comfortable. Convey enthusiasm for a subject. It will be contagious. Using visual aids in your speech. Good visual aids will highlight your speech to avoid mistakes and displays your information efficiently. When using the appropriate visual aids, follow these guidelines. Number 1, make slides and overheads easy to read by avoiding too many words. Check text for spelling errors. Take advantage of computer software templates that give you design visual aids. You know you need time to design slides and overhead. Number all your slides and overheads. Managing a stage fright when speaking. After you have worked hard preparing a fantastic speech, you don't want to freeze up at the podium. Use these methods to confidently deal with stage fright. Avoid alcohol and pills. They don't work. If they wear off you before you speak, you will be even more nervous. If they don't, you will be incoherent. Channel nervous tension into your performance. Work off nervous energy by taking a few deep breaths. Leave time to go to bathroom shortly before you speak. Remember that the audience wants you to succeed. If you find public speaking as painful as having a tooth drilled while lying on a bed of nails, then I am giving you some 10 successful tips. Control the butterflies. Understand. Know the room. Become familiar with the place of presentation. Know the audience. Greet or chat with the audience beforehand. It is easier to speak to friends than to strangers. Know your material. Increased nervousness is due to unpreparedness. Relaxation. Relax the entire body by stretching and breathing so as to ease the tension. Visualize giving your speech. Visualize yourself giving your speech from start to finish. By visualizing yourself successful, you will be successful. People want you to succeed. It is important. People want you to succeed. The audience is there to see you succeed, not to fail. Don't apologize. By mentioning your nervousness or apologizing, you will only be calling the audience attention to mistake. Concentrate on your message, not the medium. Focus on the message you are trying to convey and not on the anxieties. Turn nervousness into positive energy. Nervousness increases adrenaline secretion in body. Transform it into vitality and enthusiasm. Control the butterflies, gain experience. Experience builds confidence, which is key to effective public speaking. Practice takes you from this. 8 golden rules for successful public speaking. Preparation. You need to know your content and your audience. Idea, story design, graphic production, practice and rehearsal, execution. These are part of preparation. Opening. You have about 90 seconds to grab the audience attention. So commit the first 200 words of your presentation to memory. Commit the first 200 words of a presentation to your memory. Purpose. Why am I here? What am I going to get out of this? Both audience and speaker ought to be able to answer these questions. Structure. Use a simple structure and tell a story. Awaken interest, guide understanding, create impact, take questions, deliver call to action. Deliver call to action. Timing. Stick to the schedule. Know how long you have and don't overstay your overcome. Don't overstay, Voice. Prepare your voice in advance. Be heard and understood. Humor. Only use humor if it is appropriate. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. Notes are for you, not for your ideas. In our next video, I will give you the other aspects of public speaking. Thanks.